Hey team! Hopefully you're having a great November day. Here with the Cohort Breeze for this month. It's going to be quick and dirty. There are a few trends that I'm noticing in classrooms, and so I've got some strategies in place to help us work through those. Let's go ahead and jump right into that. So you'll see these three trends in student needs. Students are working on having direction, meaning they know where they're going and where they are in progress to that. They need to be critically thinking through each lesson, so the scaffolding of how do I get there. And then some students are really needing drive and operating with urgency. So these are the things I've heard you guys say, and so I noticed across our cohort we have some similar trends in what we're working on, and so I've kind of pulled out some underlying needs. And this is what we'll be doing in our coaching for the next few weeks. So if your kids are working on direction, we might need to be clarifying your goals, updating your data so that they can see where they are, and planning student conferences to communicate your goals to your kids. If your students are struggling with the scaffolding of working through high rigor lessons, we might need to be working on long-term planning, creating unit plans, or building checks for understandings into your lessons. If your students are just lacking some urgency around their work, we might need to set some goal benchmarks and communicate those to them so they know where they should be at each point in the year. And we also might need to engage in some reflection about what it's going to take to get them there so that you can push that urgency that you want to see. So that's what we're working on for the next couple of weeks. I have some resources included in this for you to tackle on your own if you like. It'll be great for you to dive in. For example, if you're working on setting goals, there are some resources here for STEM and SPED. And then if you're setting individualized goals, there's the templates there. If you are at a place where you're like, actually, I don't have the data I need to determine if my kids are on track, there's a plan that you can use to plan out how you're going to get your data to figure that out. If you're ready to have student conferences with your kids, there are a few links here. This is one that these two I've used specifically on having kids reflect on their unit or reflect on their mastery of the year by objective. So those are pretty helpful. This is some long-term planning and unit planning resources available on TAL Online on the Online Navigator. We will be doing that in person if that's where you are, but you feel free to jump in and get started without me. And then here is some samples. One of these is mine. I think the unit plan is mine, and I've kind of mapped out by day what I'm doing. So if you're in the place where you're really tired of planning out day by day what you're teaching tomorrow, this will be a good place for you to start so that you can get a sense of what's coming, and you could plan ahead and feel like you know what's happening over the next few weeks. If you're looking at a place where you're teaching and you feel like you've got it all planned out well, but you get to the end of your lesson and your kids are bombing your exit tickets, we might need to build in some checks for understandings, and so we'll talk about that there. This is probably the coolest thing that we're going to be working on, is setting these benchmark examples. So if you're a SPED teacher, it would look like this. We basically are backwards planning from your end of the year goals. And so if this student has these math goals, these functional goals, and these soft skills goals, we are mapping out where they should be at each point in the year to reach those, and then what needs to happen on the teacher, student, and family level to get them there. So some of us are already working through this document, which is great. If you are a STEM teacher, you're going to be working on a similar document, but it's more aligned to what you're doing. So let's say you have your baseline, your academic goal, your access goal, your pathways goal, and then planning out how to get there. And then there is an example included in the Breeze as well. And so lastly, the reflection guides are included just to help you walk through if you have data and you're not really sure why your kids aren't moving the way you want them to. There's some things there to help you think about that. So that's what we'll be doing in our time together. I want you to take a look at the must-haves before winter break by SPED. We, all SPED and STEM, need to have updated tracking, complete visions and goals, and then doing some reflecting so that you go into your second semester feeling ready and comfortable and clear about what you want to accomplish. So I've listed those expectations by content. So just take a look and set out a plan to get those done. And then let's talk lastly about the calendar of support. So I've just listed when I'll be doing one-on-one coaching with each of you. There's a lot of time where I'm out and you're out over the next couple of weeks, and so I'm operating with this incredible sense of urgency around what we have to get done in this time, because it just means the world to me that you get to the end of the year and feel like you accomplished what you came here to accomplish. And so lastly, we've had some talk about the evening things and the meetings that were on my last cohort breeze and why those things haven't happened. So a couple of you have reached out to me saying, hey, are we doing the thing tonight? And I was like, no, I've canceled it. So just to be completely transparent, I've canceled those things because you guys are not responsive sometimes, and I understand you have a lot on your plate, and I want you to know that I take whatever steps I can to lighten your load, including sending a video instead of an email that you can listen to as you're walking. But at this time of year, I also need my team to step up. I need you to reach out to me. I need you to be responsive. I need you to say, hey, Travani, here's what I've got going on, because I'm not ever going to stop trying to find a way to meet your needs, but it's got to be a two-way street. So this is not saying no one's doing their part, but when I say send this survey link by Sunday and I only get 4 people to respond, it makes it really hard for me to push on and advocate for you, knowing that you have a lot on your plate. So I'm asking, as your team leader, let's step up and let's really not leave this semester feeling like we haven't accomplished what we need to accomplish. So the only evening commitment that I'm asking of you is a mid-year reflection party. So yes, it will actually be a party. We will be doing some reflection. I'm hoping to host it at some of your apartments or houses. And we will eat and we will talk through the year. And so you'll get more details on that soon. But I'm really excited about that and looking forward to it. But other than that, it's just going to be me and you one-on-one actually working towards your goals. And I'm looking forward to that too. So let's end this year with a bang. This December 2013 is right around the corner, and you came here to change kids' lives. Let's not have a day go by where you don't feel like you're doing that. And reach out. All right, talk to y'all soon. Bye.